are still in the phase of setting the foundation for success, and we talk about what's your dream, what's your intention, how you could anchor that in every day, how you could show up for that, cleaning, decluttering, making the space for it, establishing boundaries, right? Like making your own rules, your own non-negotiables. And yesterday we dive into how to set the calendar. So today we will talk about procrastination. I don't know if you ever experienced procrastination, and I'm very interested to find out what procrastination means to you, if you could find it in one word. Because generally speaking is this phenomena that is just doesn't let us follow through. And I use the line when I don't do something and I keep push it away. I use the line, I'm successfully procrastinating, because I really want to state everything in positive. So what we have, delaying, resistance, great. Okay, so here's the thing. What if procrastination is, Caroline says, perfectionism? Okay, great. So hear me out. What if procrastination, it's actually your intuition letting you know that something is off? What if it's that? So here's the task. You want to do it. You know you have to do it, whatever the situation is, and yet you're not doing it, right? So what if we get to step back for a second and just look at it and just check in and say, okay, what is it here that is not aligned with my principles, with my values, with what I really want to do, with my dreams, right? Because it could be just that. It could be people have a tendency to confuse procrastination with being lazy, and it's so far from it, right? It's so far from it. It's probably just a mask, how that appears, right? So let's tune into what is that resistance. Someone says resistance. Karen says resistance, delay, perfectionism. Yes. So perfectionism could be a reason, a story that we tell ourselves, oh, I'm not gonna launch this because it's not ready yet. So I'm delaying, right? That is just an example. I made way too many notes about this that we cannot tackle them all in 30 minutes. But for sure, all these tools that we go through every day, they are all connected as we try to learn about them in a new perspective every day. Like individually, they're all connected. Yes, it's the story that we tell ourselves, and that's it. So we could do that. It's very easy. Here we are, we delay, we procrastinate, we know what it is, we are aware of it, and then the next question could be, this story that I'm telling myself, how real the story is. Is it what really is, or is just a story? Because the reality is that everything is available for us at all times. So if I don't feel in alignment to go and do this task, so I'm procrastinating, what if something else is available for me? I mean, we know that something else is available for me, but what if we actually look in the other direction? Because we get to change that resistance that we feel, and then we have all this self-judgment, like, oh, I'm being lazy, oh, I'm not doing this, oh, I'm just pushing things away, I'm not accomplishing. And we talked about calendar yesterday and all the things that we need to fit in, and then other so many things get put off, and so on and so on. And then is that bad, yicky energy. So if that, we decided that it's called for a new boundary, we could also decide what is the energy that we want instead. So every experience that we are in, we have the power within ourselves to shift that energy and create another story, right? Let me see what's coming through here. It's like you don't want to overcome something, so we don't want to do it. Yeah, pretty much so. Pretty much so. Usually it's a story around fear. Yes. So let's define that fear. What is that fear? So everything is available for us at all time. Knowing that, it's really coming down to honoring what is. Honoring, you guys are familiar with the concept of honoring the no's and the yeses, right? So if I say no to something, and that show up in with the mask of procrastinating, really look into shifting the energy, and it's like, what is it that I'm saying yes to instead? And this is how we could easily just shift the energy instead of feeling bad or lazy or not accomplishing, into actually, oh, I'm doing this. The fear could be success or failure. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Carolyn. Because from here you could go to the next question. What is the good thing that happened if I'm not doing this task? And what is the bad thing could happen if I'm not doing this task? And it's not about knowing what that is, because we have no way of knowing how what the outcome will be, but it's about stepping into, we go back to the day number one, into that coming from. So if I wanna, I give an example, launch a program. If I wanna launch this program and I put myself for a second into that space, it's already launched, it's already done, there are people signing in, whatever the situation is, and see how that feels, right? And then in that place to wonder, what is the best thing of having this? And what is the bad thing of having this? And that is most likely where we could go and pull off that mask of what's hidden behind that fear. All that is bad is gonna create a resistance, right? So we get to move the focus to what other possibilities are there, right? Like what it's possible, and that's enough to shift the energy and to eliminate the procrastination. And here's the thing. We are all very familiar with the work of change and doing new things and changing the things and all that. You are allowed to change your mind, because I put it in the most simple way. Okay, if you guys have a challenge and you want to give it to me to work with, will be very helpful for me to be more fluent and to actually help you through whatever your challenge is. And in conversation come from me launching a program, right? If you launch a program or a product, right, and you procrastinate, well, the minute that you create it and you want to launch it, you've been this person creating this program, having a vision about it, who you gonna help, how you gonna help them, so on, so on, so on. And then somewhere along the line, you just do not launch it. So you want to procrastinating energy. And then you do the work of like really tuning in, why am I delaying? Why do I want to do this, right? And you change your mind and you say, no, screw it, I'm not gonna launch it. It's okay, because the moment that you changed your mind, you are a different person than the person that have a plan about launching that program. So the whole idea in this group of showing up every day, it's actually allowing to assimilate daily changes. The person that you are today, it's a totally different person that you were 5 days ago. Regardless if everything that we talk about you knew, and they might just sink in a different level, but it's okay to change your mind. And that's what I'm saying when we explore to find your superpowers and what is your dream. It's okay for that dream to shift as we go on this little journey together of 30 days, right? because we already seen results in a group, like people are doing things, blocking calendars, negotiating, enrolling clients, deciding a different strategy for their own lives and businesses and so on. So you are a different person. So from today on, your dream might look a little bit differently than it used to be 5 days ago. And if that's the case, and if you're aware of it and you recognize some changes, please make a post and update us of how your dream looks like today. Might be the same dream, but a little bit of change, or it might be a totally different dream. So procrastination, it's nothing else, if we could want to reframe it, that our intuition stopping us for a second to check in and see if we are still in alignment, if it's still in integrity with who we are, if that's feels right to go in that direction, or I might need to change my mind, and then fully embrace it. Okay, so how do we shift that energy? Because we talk a little bit about, okay, we are going there, we have a resistance, and it's just checking in, and we get to change our mind, and then we choose what else is possible. And that's it. That is the resistance. It's just, again, pushing the brakes and get curious. And to answer to the question, what else is there? What other options are there? Is that the best refrain that I hear a couple years ago was about the expression, I don't know. And just replace it with, I wonder. Like that alone, it's a game changer. It's a game changer, right? Instead of saying okay, I don't want to go there, but I don't know what to do. When I say I don't know what to do, this is it. Close road, I'm done, right? But instead of that, I could say, I wonder what to do. And now the brain start fire up okay, so I wonder. So we are looking, we are curious, we are looking for options. And we know that everything is possible and everything is available. So now if we are on wonder, we fully into that energy. And it's all it's take, and will be a great practice for each one of us. So we all see how is applying to us. The rule is, if you sit there for 60 seconds, the energy will change. So I don't know how many seconds you need, but will be an interesting experiment to do. I don't want to go there. It's a resistance. I wonder what else is available for me, and just sit there in that curiosity and allow for possibilities to come in for a minute, literally for a minute, and then see how that energy change and how the fear is going away. Because there is no fear associating with the belief or everything it's available for me. Okay, let's see what else is there. Yes, exploring own superpower will create some shifts. Absolutely. Just from a place of curiosity and wonder, what is there? What is it that I really, really love? What is it that I really, really want to do? And how could I expand on that and operate from that place? So for me, that's the foundation of being authentic, because you use your own gift, you use your own superpower. So then all the comparing is disappearing. You have no need to compare with others. You don't give a shit about what other people do, because you operate from a place of your own gifts and authenticity and original and love and serving. So there, whatever other people do is just absolutely irrelevant. I can't compare. There is no need. So I think we could stop here for today. Of course, I always have so much more to say, but It feels, I know I promised that it's going to be one tool every day, and every day we talk about 3-4 different concepts, and that's okay. It's just I want to make sure that doesn't feel too much, and I'm curious where do we land today. So just looking at the procrastination and just reframe it as it's actually a good thing that happens, and it's just redirect us to different possibilities. Is this helpful? Is this helpful? It's possible there is superficial procrastination and deep procrastination when we avoid doing, okay, hold on, this is long. Your answers are there pretty much, because it's getting curious why. So some could be superficial and you could see it immediately, why do you procrastinate, and some could be deeper. But as we practice to always stay open and curious about what else is there for me, and what could be the real reason why I don't want to go do this task, when we practice that way we could go deeper and deeper and find out what's the real fear there. Bad habits, lack of accountability, distractions, yes. Well, if you're aware of the distractions, that could be one learning right there. Like, what is it that I want? If the distractions are the one that stop me from following through, then what I need to do is probably take care of the distractions. So we just put the intermediate step there. Because this is not about, oh, I should not go there and that's why I'm procrastinating, is that I can't even go to that question yet until I tackle this. It's like a challenge. The challenge that you need to overcome in order to get to that question. I hope that makes sense. And from here, just the resistance, it's pretty much the foundation of going deeper, and we will in the coming days when we will talk about challenges and how to embrace the challenges and fears. Boundaries and procrastination. Yes, yes, yes. How many times we procrastinate on setting a boundary because, fill the blank. What's the fear there? All right, people, this is it. I'm gonna share. Personally, I feel that it's so much more to say to this, and maybe we could expand more on tomorrow. But I'm just gonna trust and honor that what's needed to be said, it's been said, and it's helpful, and that's all. Thank you. See you tomorrow.